अब कंटिन्यूएशन में हमारे पास क्या है, सपोज कंपनी गॉट द प्रोजेक्ट, किस में मिला है, फाइनेंस। हो सकता है प्रोजेक्ट एचआर में मिले, आईटी में मिले, सेल्स में मिले और ट्रेनिंग में मिले। तो ये अदर मल्टीपल कॉलम्स में जो डेटा लिखा हुआ है, ये डेटा हमें मैच करना है और अकॉर्डिंगली आई नीड द आंसर एज अ 10%, 6%, 4%, 3% एंड एक्सेट्रा। अब इसको लिखने का मेथोलॉजी क्या है, ये पुराना डेटा है, मैं इसको थोड़ा हाइड कर देता हूँ सो दैट आई कैन सी द डेटा क्लियरली। तो आई हैव टू से हाइड। अब यहाँ पे कुछ फार्मूला ऐड करने जाते हैं, लेट्स ऐड द फार्मूला। ठीक है, नाउ प्लीज ऑब्जर्व फार्मूला कैसे लिखता हूँ, दैट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। अब ये फार्मूला जो है वो बेस्ड ऑन किसके उस पे है, द फार्मूला इज बेस्ड ऑन द प्रोजेक्ट टाइप, करेक्ट। सो फॉर सॉल्विंग दिस वी हैव टू ऑप्शंस। एक तो पहले हम इफ के साथ जाएंगे, दूसरा IFS के साथ जाएंगे। इफ इज अ ओल्डर टेक्नोलॉजी, IFS is a new technology, but we will work with the both, correct. But before that I need the question must be in front of you, that is this। ठीक है, अब हम यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन देख सकते हैं। now let me go here and start with this। अगर वो प्रोजेक्ट फाइनेंस 10%, so accordingly I have to frame the formula equal to if, यहाँ पे क्लिक करते हैं, the project type is equal to फाइनेंस प्रोजेक्ट, कॉमा कितना दे रहे हैं 10%, कॉमा इफ प्रोजेक्ट टाइप इक्वल टू, अब फाइनेंस के बाद अगला क्या है हमारे पास, दैट्स HR प्रोजेक्ट, सो HR प्रोजेक्ट, देन कितना दे रहे हैं हमें, आई हैव टू लुक फॉर दिस, दैट्स 6%, सो you have to write 6%, comma, correct. Then one again if, then E2 equal to sales project, comma, then how much they are offering it, not sales, before that I have a IT project, तो sales को निकाल के हमें लिखना पड़ेगा IT, and they are offering for the IT as a 4%, comma, if once again E2 equal to as a sales project, correct, comma, so they are offering into how much, 3%. Now after this how many questions are left, so this is a last question, that's a training. It means if you test this first finance project false, test this HR false, IT false, sales false. So if all are false, to understood whatever is left that is true. So I have to say comma, and directly without testing I have to say as a 1%. That means if you say anything apart from this finance, HR, project, IT, sales, anything apart from this, that goes to the 1%. Now how many bracket did I open? Count the bracket 1, 2, then 3, then 4. So accordingly count and close the bracket, or keep on closing it till become dark black. Once it is dark black, your job is done, enter. Then you have to say yes. Now here it is saying a 6%. Why 6%? Because it is matching to HR, and let's see the HR, 6%. Here it is saying a 10%. Why 10%? Matching to finance. It is saying 1%. That's a training project. The 1% comes as a default. That means if I write ABCD, but ABCD is not falling in finance, project, HR, IT, sales. So apart from these 4 units, if there is any project, it will give you the 1% only. That's the meaning of your default. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's think about, I have taken a hard work and there is a probability in my team someone will look this formula and they will also implement the same thing. But the question is, I have done the hard work. I don't want someone to see my formula. So let's hide the formula. Okay. So for hiding the formula, we are selecting the same formula from here. That's formula bar. Now this is a formula bar. Then I have copy whole thing by pressing a Control C. Then press escape. Once you copy the formula, go to the formula. There is something called as a define name. Just go to the define name. Clear? We have already done this also. Yes. In the define name, let's put the name as boss. The boss, Los, ABC, Los Angeles, whatever name you feel you can give. There is no fixed name. Clear? Then come back to this area. This area is a very important area. Here I have to paste my formula. I have to paste my formula. Clear? Once I paste my formula, simply say OK. Oh, the name should already there. So instead of these, I will say, let's say logic. Correct? Because logical question. So I put logic. Okay. Now the beauty or the benefit is what? Tomorrow when you want to apply the formula on this, or after this, you have to just say equal to, just say equal to logic. So automatically your logic will say 6%, and you have to drag this. The person who is next to me, obviously they will see the logic, but the logic inside contain entire formula they don't know. I hope clear with this. So here it will appear only as a logic. Okay, here it will appear only as logic. So the person can't see what work we have done on the behind. Okay, let's go and do the same thing using the IFS. This if is an older technology, but I would like to do with the help of IFS. Okay, so let's come back to this. See, tomorrow in future, if you want, you are willing to remove these, so you can go back to this name manager, and the name is given as, what is the name we gave? I guess
Logic.
logic, yes. So I can remove this. But when you remove these, so your formula will not work, huh? Because we have given the name. See, this is the answer I got. So I purposely kept the formula inside, so I can drag it and display like this way. I guess clear. Okay,
Clear.
yeah, let's go and use the same thing using the IFS. IFS is a new technology which we have to use. To equal to IFS. See, IFS means there are multiple if insides, but you don't have to express the if. You have to just express one time and then explain the logic. Let's say the logic is this equal to finance project. How much you are getting? 10%. Correct? Comma. So that's a one logic is done. Now they are asking a logic number 2. What is a logic number 2? I will repeat the same thing. Just a copy I am doing it. I am a layman. I don't want to do the hard work. So I will do the copy and paste. In the copy and paste here, I just add as a 6%, and I will name this as, what is the next? Let's say HR project. So I will say that HR. That's a 6%. After giving this comma, one more time paste. After the comma, one more time paste. Now I will remove the finance. I will put the IT. Now I am doing a speed up. Correct? I am increasing my speed. That's a 4%. What is the next? Sales. Paste. Let me go to the finance and replace with what? Sales. How much it is? Now 4. Then it should be 3, I guess. Yes, 3%. Now after that, the last part is a left. The last part is left. In the entire system, there must be some default. If finance is false, HR is false, IT is false, sales is false, so there must be someone true. So at the last, I will write, you consider as a true. I will not write the name of logic. Consider as a true. And then give me the 1%. Now I will close one time. In the previous, if I have to count how many bracket to close, because that depend on the if. Here I open one bracket, I have to close one bracket. I apply IFS, that means there are not inside multiple time if. That's the difference between these two. When I press enter, here it is saying a 1%. Why it is saying 1%? That we have to see. I must made some mistake. Finance. Okay. F2. Oh yes, I made a mistake. Can you tell me what was the mistake? See, I just connect to this shift. In the shift, there is nobody called as a finance, HR, sales. So that is reason considered as a default. So here the mistake was I should not use F2. So Control F, I said just look to my F2 and replace quickly with the E2 and then say replace all. Okay, then close. See, here are the replacement. Not done. Replacement generally has to be there. F2 replace with the E2. Let's see. So let's not done with this E2, 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 E2. Yes, done. So enter. So now when I press enter, automatically I got the 6%. When I drag it, I am getting the exact answer. Yes. But here you have to
Yes.
write so many times if, but here you don't have to write so many times. That's a created difference between using a if and the IFS.
Yes.
But when you have a such kind of a question, I would say not to use the if, because if is a time consuming and if is a taking a lot of efforts. So let's go and do something else. What is a trick we should use it? If such a kind of a projects are there, so you have to simply go to VLOOKUP. We'll explain in detail, but just for the time and the productivity purpose I'm discussing. Otherwise, we'll discuss in a detail. That's upcoming subject. Lookup value. So I said my lookup value is nothing but this, comma. Where do you look? I will look inside this. Lock F4 because this area must be fixed, comma. Now column index, that's a result column. So my result is in incentive. That's in second column, comma. How do you match? I want exact match. The formula is done, such a small formula. And when I double click it, my job is done. So this give me one of the excellent answer I feel. Instead of using a VLOOKUP, you can use IFS, but they are taking a more time. So I would prefer this could be an excellent formula. Okay.
Yes.
And within a quickly I got the answer. Correct. So this can be a technique which you have to follow. Okay. So now we have done with the how to use if IFS. Correct. Let's move further and we'll do some other data. Let me move to just I want to get the file, nothing else, so that I can start working on this. I need the sheet name. Click.
Sir, suppose I have different sheets, okay,
Uh-huh.
uh, and I want to click hyperlink. सपोज वो लिंक पे क्लिक करे डायरेक्ट मैं वो रिपोर्ट पे चला जाऊँ.
चले
आर यू
जाओ.
गेटिंग माय पॉइंट सर?
यस
फॉर
यस.
एग्जांपल, हाँ,
हाँ हाँ, चले जाओ आप
वो
लिंक पे.
कैसे करते?
चलो वो कैसे करते हैं वो भी मैं ही आपको बताऊंगा सर. ठीक है. जस्ट
हाँ,
गिव मी.
अभी आपकी शीट में जैसे है ना, इफ सम इफ वी लुकअप ये सब,
हम्म.
अगर आप में मैंने हेडिंग एक पेज में हेडिंग दिया तो
हम्म.
मुझे शीट ढूंढने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. क्लिक किया डायरेक्ट वो उस पे पहुंचा.
ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है. चलो हम चलते हैं. आई नीड जस्ट अ डेटा आई एम लुकिंग फॉर दिस. ठीक है चलो इसके बेस पे दिस. राइट क्लिक. Just give me a 1 second and move to your question. चलो नाउ
तो जैसे कि अभी अभी मैं देख रहा हूँ आपको ढूंढ रहे चेट पे, वैसा वो ढूंढने की जरूरत ना पड़े।
ठीक है सर, नहीं पड़ेगी, डोंट वरी, बी रिलैक्स। आपने क्वेश्चन पूछा है तो आंसर मेरी तरफ से आपको मिलेगा, डोंट वरी। नाउ लेट्स थिंक अबाउट, आई हैव क्रिएटेड दिस इज कॉल्ड एज इंडेक्स। ठीक है, क्या ये इंडेक्स, इन दैट इंडेक्स आप फाइल का नाम जैसे चाहो वैसे रख दो। सपोज माय कंपनी इज डीलिंग विद द परचेज डिपार्टमेंट, then sales department, correct, and then there could be a marketing, correct, there could be a training, ठीक है, there could be a I would say placement। अब आपकी कंपनी में ऐसे अलग अलग डिविजन्स हैं, करेक्ट, सो आई विल कॉल इट एज अ डिवीजन। डिवीजन वाइज हमने जो भी सेल्स किया है वो हमें देखना है यहाँ पे, दैट्स अ क्वेश्चन नंबर 1। And in future I wanted you to connect this to the reporting part, correct, so then here click to get, okay। अब सबसे पहले हमें इसका डेटा डिजाइन करना होगा, ठीक है। यू आस्क द क्वेश्चन, सो बी रिलैक्स, हैव अ पेशेंस। हाउ मेनी, 1 2 3 4 5, so let me click on 1 2 3, correct, 1 2 3, then 4 5, let me name this as a purchase, then sales, then training, then placement, then marketing. I hope the name is same, there should not be, okay, done. Now here I would like to first design the data, so hold the shift button and select sales, training, placement, marketing, okay। Now this is the area we are working for this, okay, so let's type here, let's we'll say here I require item, okay, here we require the item, then we have a date, and then we have a amount, correct। Now let's see the here we have a three things, and select this alt HBA, I apply the border, select this alt HH, so I just apply the color, okay, and then here I require the item name, correct, so let's say this is a item 1, okay, let's say this is a item 1, select this, these all the items are, that's a product of a company. What date, so this could be a date, but date can be a random anything, so let's consider this is a date, okay, this for the just a displaying hypothetically. Let's go to the amount, random between, amount could be bottom is 100 and the large is 1000, okay, that's all the random things I kept it, okay। Now once I done with these, here I need one more option, that's a total, that's a total, so what is the total, equal to sum of this, close, enter, my data got ready, so I have to start working, data is ready. I don't require these lines also, so all WVG I remove this. Now I work with the one sheet, I type as a one time, but when I click on training and after that when I look at to these, automatically the data is there in each and every sheet. See, data is there each and every sheets, okay। Now this is a static which I have to go here and convert, copy, paste as a value. This I have to do it for all, so basically these are the random number, and if I don't change into the static, so when we do the calculation you might get confused, okay sir, why these numbers are changing, because these numbers are volatile, so they will keep on changing, correct। So now let's think our data is ready. What is the final step? Final step is a linking of your data. Final step is a linking of your data. and my company is also having a website. So there is a, I would say we have a what? Website. So definitely you have a website address also, of course. Correct. So let's go to the URL of that. You require a URL also. Before that, let me frame this for beautification. So this job is done. Here also will do the same thing. Now in the purchase, I require the total sales of a purchase. Correct. So you have to look for your data. Your data is falling in D4 to D11. D4 to D11. So equal to sum. Sum of what? Purchase. Sum of purchase from D4 to D11. Close, then enter. Let me repeat one more time. But sir, really this is 4409. Could you check this? Your answer is getting matched. I'm not going to initiate. I'm directly writing over here. Just look at to this sum. What is that? Sales exclamation mark D4 to D11. Clear? Equal to sum. That's a, what is that? Marketing exclamation D4 to D11. Is this clear? First tell me confirm. Equal to sum.
Yes.
That's training exclamation mark D4 to D11. So that means you can quickly do this sum of what? Placement exclamation mark D4 to D11. So your job is done. Let's go and randomly check with this 5436. Huh, sir, exactly. No, placement, no, sorry, placement is this 5436. Exactly, they are getting matched. But for testing this, I have to manually click on each and every sheet and just look at to these value which I don't want. I want when you click on these, my report should be ready. So please observe. So basically there are two types of, I can say, link. So one is known as internal and one is known as external. Whenever you are using internal, so you have to use with the hash, and external do not require a hash. So your Google, Yahoo, Rediff company website is external, and when you are linking with the purchase sales training, that's internal. Now let's think about how we are going to connect. Now we'll see the two methods. Whatever the best suits you, you can go ahead. Let's see the method number one. Method number one, I call it as a complex, but I have to teach both. Equal to hyperlink. That's a formula method. Now it is saying a link location. That's address of that sheet. So I said the hash, the name of my sheet is this, correct? So I have to say in the double quotes hash and this purchase. Now please observe, this is purchase. So I have just connected that. But when you click on that purchase, you must go to any of the cell. You cannot go directly to the sheet. You have to go to any of the cell. So once again, and exclamation mark, I would say I will prefer the A1. A1 is a position where I am going. A1 is a position where I am going. That also has to be written in double quotes, exclamation mark A1. Okay. Now, comma. It is saying what is a friendly name. I would prefer the friendly name as a purchase only, or I would say click. Correct? Or I will say get report. That any kind of a friendly name. Enter. So now when I click these, my cursor is in the purchase and in the cell called as a A1. But if I want my cursor directly to come back to this area, that is known as a G4. Let's do it one more time. Please observe. Equal to hyperlink, double quotes, hash, and connect to your sheet name, which sheet you are connecting it, and connect to the URL, that's address of a cell. So once again, and double quotes, that is we are referring to earlier as a A1. Now here we have to refer to what? I guess that's address is what? D4. Okay, let's see the D4. Correct, we don't remember D4. Comma. What is a friendly name? Friendly name is get report. Now let me close and enter. So if I click on this, oh, not D4, that is a somewhere G3. So if you can convert into G3, so that will go to G3. Let me click. See the cursor at this position. Okay, so let me go here. But sir, if I do it like this way, so they might take a lot of time by doing a hyperlink. Correct, they might take a time by doing a hyperlink. So can we also suggest some method where instead of typing a manually, sir, can you drag it? You will get the response. When I drag it, if I click on this, should I go to the placement? Check yourself. Oh, yes. But from the placement coming back, I have to click manually. No, I don't want to click manually. So let's go here and create some other way. So here I will go to insert. Let's go to this, create a shape. The shape can be anything. This is my shape. Okay, what do you want? I want back to index. Back to index. Okay, let me connect to this. Now Control K. Control K is a shortcut key for hyperlink. Then go to place in this document. Where do you want to connect? Index 1. Okay. Now let me just do the right click, copy this thing because rest of the other sheet also require the same thing. So you have to click paste, click paste, click paste. Sir, is this I have to do it for all? Yes, you have to accept index. Now when I click on report, I just go here, look at the data, back to index. Get report, look at the data, back to report. Get report, back to your data. So all buttons are working absolutely fine, just like a Google. Now the question comes, my boss wants to see the website. Okay, no problem. Let's go here and get some website name. For example, I have a website name called as a Google. Randomly, anything you can take it, not necessary. So let me copy the URL. Once I copy the URL, come back to this. So I just pasted the URL. Correct. Remove this slash. This is a URL. Now if I have to go to this URL, so you can click directly to this URL. That's a one method. Let me just show you how you can connect. Equal to hyperlink, and then I have to look for this comma. What is a friendly name? Friendly name is nothing but Google. Enter. So when I click to these, it directly jump into your Google. But sir, why should I will write this name? That's also correct. So you can just come back to this. Let me go here, copy the entire URL. Okay, then come back here, equal to hyperlink. Let me give you the URL. If you have a URL, I can give the URL, comma, what is a friendly name? Google. Let's check. No. So this also maybe require double quotes, and then click to Google. So I have a method I can type inside the as a URL, or otherwise you just paste outside and connect to this. Here there can be a one question immediately asked by your boss, sir, why we have a purchase and you are clicking on this. So that link you are creating in a separate cell, can you create a link on the top of this only? So that when I click on purchase, it should jump. Once again, same thing, Control K, place in this. Where do you want to connect? Sir, purchase. You don't have to write a formula. This is one of the simplest tasks even the school children can do. Control K, go to the sales. Okay. Here click Control K, go to where marketing. So marketing, okay. Control K, go to the training. So this is the training. Once again, Control K, go to the placement. The placement is done. So either I can click here to get a report, or I can click to this also. Back to index. Back to index. I hope I answered your question and I have done in brief so that you understand clearly.
यस सर, हेलो सर.
So you
सर
have
मेरा
one.
जैसा आपने बताया ना,
uh,
जैसा आपने बताया ना, इंडेक्स में आपने बताया था मुझे आइटम, डेट, अमाउंट बताया. अब जब इंडेक्स में जाइए जरा थोड़ा. हाँ, इंडेक्स में आपने मुझे बताया कि डिवीजन, सेल्स, क्लिक टू गेट. अभी ठीक है, डिवीजन. हाँ, अभी फॉर एग्जांपल में अभी मेरा रेवेन्यू रिपोर्ट है. अभी फॉर रेवेन्यू रिपोर्ट में मुझे क्या रहता है, मेरा रहता है कि कैश एंड चेक एंट्री रहते हैं. बाद में रहता है कैश एंड चेक एंट्री रहता है. बाद
थिंक अबाउट वी आर क्रिएटिंग अ रिपोर्ट. अब रिपोर्ट में देखो सब ये डेट लिखा हुआ है, ब्रांच है, अकाउंट नंबर है, कस्टम, बहुत सारा डेटा है. अब यहाँ पे जब मैं नीचे आ जाता हूँ, सो कैन आई से दैट ये कॉलम का नाम क्या था? नो सर, आई हैव टू मेमोराइज. I have to memorize the name of column. Correct. Now, if the huge data is there, I cannot memorize. So what else can be done? हम इस डेटा को एक freeze pen यूज करते हैं. Let's go to the view and I call it as a freeze pen. अब इसमें दो ऑप्शन यहाँ पे लिखे हैं, freeze top row and the first column. टॉप रो का मतलब ये रहा हमारा, फर्स्ट कॉलम का मतलब ये रहा डेट. करेक्ट. अब ये दोनों ऑप्शन में ट्राई नहीं करता, मैं डायरेक्टली जाता हूँ फ्रीज पैन. व्हाट इज द एडवांटेज ऑफ दिस? फॉर गेटिंग एडवांटेज मैं यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा कुछ अपना इंटरनल कैलकुलेशन है उसके लिए प्लस करके ऐड कर लेता हूँ, सो दैट आई कैन सी द यहाँ पे एम टी प्लेस फॉर माई कैलकुलेशन. फ्यूचर में हमें कुछ कैलकुलेशन करना है या नोट वगैरह लिखना रहता है, सो आई जस्ट हैव अ हैबिट ऑफ एडिंग दिस. अच्छा, अब किसी ने कहा कि सर आपको इस डेटा को हेडिंग को लॉक कर देना है, बिकॉज व्हेन यू स्क्रॉल योर हेडिंग इज मूविंग अप. सो अब इमीडिएटली यहाँ पे क्लिक कर लो, देन गो बैक टू फ्रीज पेन एंड जस्ट से दैट फ्रीज पेन. कोई पेन पढ़ता है, कोई पेन पढ़ता है, सो हाउ डू यू स्पेल? इट्स ओके. So let me call freeze pen. When I say the freeze pen, I can see the line below the date. And if you scroll it, your data heading remain as a static. So I guess clear, your heading remains static. So I can go down, I can see these, what are these number? Amount. What are these number? Balance. What are these? Relationship manager. Okay. चलो, अब हम इसे बाहर आते हैं, that's a unfreeze. If I have to freeze my column, so let me click to this here, here. इसका मतलब मैं डेट को लॉक कर रहा हूँ. If I click over here, that means I am locking date plus branch. If I click over here, that means I am locking account number. Date, branch, account number will not move at all. चलिए इसे लॉक करके देख लेते हैं. हाँ जी देखो. Let's go back to this and freeze. When I say the freeze, if I move to the right side, here I can see the remark 1, remark 2, remark 3, remark 4, but still I can see this data. Let's say unfreeze. We have learned two things: how to lock your column, how to lock your row. Now the question comes, my boss says I want it to lock with both the sides. Let's think about, if I lock this, so you are locking the column, and if I lock these, so you are locking the row. But I want it, I have to see these data also, and I have to see these data also. So let me click to here where the Amit Sharma is there. When I click to these, go here and just say that freeze pen. Please remember, this time I have not selected like this. I have not selected like this. I just click on Amit Sharma. And when I go here and freeze pen, when I go here and freeze pen, automatically system lock my heading. Oh, great. When I go right side, system lock your three columns. So that means your row and column both are locked. I hope clear. So you can easily view your reports. Please confirm yes, no. Is this clear? Now I have to say unfreeze. Now I did my freeze and unfreeze. While observing the report, I got it over here. This there is a transactions called as 1,20,000. Let's think about hypothetical. Transaction is 1,30,000. This is a data where I have a doubt. This is a data where I have a doubt. I know that the Simran is coming continuously, but she never deposit more than 50,000. Now here somebody did by mistakenly or maybe any fraudulent activity, someone trying to do it. So immediately I will select these and I will add to the custom view. I will add to custom view, add. Correct? That is query. Now I noted in the query. But when I come back to this, okay, there can be another query also. There can be another person here, the 1,20,000, and once again Simran. Correct. So I realize no. There must be some, once again, the fraudulent activity, someone is doing it. Correct. According to me, she cannot deposit more than 50,000. And how the data is increasing. So let's go to the custom way. And here, say, once again, you have to say what? We have to say add. What is the next? Here I will write as a query, question, whatever name you want it. Okay. So tomorrow I'm working anywhere. Suddenly my boss asked like, okay, are you asking some query related to the some client name I don't remember? Could you please tell me where is your query? So can I say to my boss, please sit for the 10 minutes. I am going to look into this. I will find it out where is a query. So the direct method is I have to say custom view, come back to query and show. Please look at your cursor. Cursor is exactly on the same selected area. Sir, just give me 1 second. I have one more query. Click over here. That's a question. The cursor goes here. I hope you got the point. So
Yes, sir.
in your data, if you find any kind of uneven data or something misleading data, so you can mark with this. That's a one methodology. Sir, can we remove these? Yes, sir. Click and delete. Yes. Click and delete. Yes. Okay. Let's me close. Let's think about I have a data where the auditor is coming. That's good. Auditor is coming. Yes. But my boss says keep original data separate. I do not want auditor to connect to these customer. I don't want auditor to connect to this customer. Auditor should not connect to the relationship manager. Auditor can see the date, auditor can see the branch, auditors can see the account number, transaction type and amount. But the auditor should not call to these customer and call to relationship manager. Okay, let's do it. So first step, I will go here and I will just click on add, and that is all. That means entire data. Let's create a something where the auditor data is required. Auditor should not see this, so hide. Auditor should not see this, hide. Sir, if you are doing like that this way, I can also do it in front of the auditor only. No. Don't do. Once I am done, go to this, add, and just say that audit. Correct? This is audit. So now if the auditor is, whenever the auditor is coming, so you have to go to audit. Whenever your boss is coming, show all. So now I'm working on all the data. My boss says auditor is coming, please provide the data. Okay, sir, come back to this audit and show. Can you see this? These two columns are hidden. These two columns are hidden. So is the meaning of this is clear?
Yes.
So you can hide some of the data because in the meeting, purchase department is there, sales department is there, and the finance department. So the purchase and sale should not be connected to the finance because finance has a different way of understanding the data, and sale and purchase are different understanding. So why they are supposed to see my data? Are you getting in my point? They should not see my
Correct.
data. So that is the reason we create a different report. Correct, my data is there, but we have created a hide and unhide. Suppose your boss says there is a data entry person. Data entry person has to just fill the account number and the name of a person. They have to fill this much: date, branch, account number, and the name of person. So I will go here and all. Sir, what is your requirement for the data? They do not want to this. So right click and just say hide, and just go here, custom view, add, and data entry. Okay. So tomorrow when your boss says, please give me all data, sir, see this. No, data entry guy is coming, provide the data. Okay, sir, custom view, data entry, show. So easily I can hide some of the data to display. I hope you got the clarity how to use this. That is a custom view.
Clear.
Clear? Now let's stop it over here, and we will connect into the next session. Okay, clear now? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we'll meet tomorrow with some new logic, and let's move further. So please do your practice on this data. Okay, so I'm stopping
Sure.
for the day.
Sir, tomorrow okay. Sir, can you teach me tomorrow how to hide the formulas
Yes.
and please teach
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you.